Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Saturday the 4th of April 2020. It's a pleasure to be with you. I don't know what this deck is called, so I'll call it the mystery deck. While I'm shuffling the cards, I just set the intention as to what the day is going to be about and how you can use that energy to have the best day possible. So these readings are for all signs of the zodiac. They're for everyone who watches. Got the 8 of Weapons in reverse. The 10 of Weapons in reverse. And the Keeper of Crescents in reverse. So because they're all reversed, I'm going to turn them around. The Keeper of Crescents is the King of Cups. He feels, he's an embodiment of the ocean. The water kind of gathers to create this figure. So he's like an avatar. He's a god. And we've got the mermaids here around him. This one holding up a crescent moon. And here we've got the full moon with two faces, feminine, masculine, duality. And he's in between this oneness. That's why he's able to operate as a god. Wow, that's really interesting. I've never seen the King of Cups like that. So what that means is that emotionally, your skin is as tough as an elephant's. It just means that emotionally, you know exactly how to react, you know exactly what to do, and you let your intuition guide you. The 10 of Weapons is the 10 of Swords, and that's rock bottom. That's really just being destroyed. So here we've got a curtain, a leg and arm pointing outwards, and blood running down. And that just means you've been betrayed by other people, you've been betrayed by yourself. Things have gone wrong. And the curtains are down and it's over and it's been unpleasant. The 8 of Weapons is Excalibur in this holy meteor that's fallen from space. And there's a big star overlooking this. So here we've got this fiery weapon standing out from all the other weapons, and it's about being special and thinking in a special way, being able to make decisions, really being passionate about what you feel, really being in your power and putting other people in their place, so to speak, because you feel entitled to be the number one and the star. So if you combine that, you feel absolutely right emotionally, you feel absolutely right in your thinking and in terms of what you're doing, you would imagine that everything would go right, wouldn't you? No, it doesn't. If you think you're right about every area of life today, spirituality, creativity, business, parenting, work, career, money, if you are 100% sure of everything and everyone else is wrong, then you are going to have a lot of conflict in your life. And other people are going to step on your toes if you step on theirs. So the cards were in reverse. So the 8 of Weapons in reverse is about being part of something, becoming right-sized. So you're no longer this giant flaming sword, which is so much better than every other sword. So if you apply that to people, you no longer think that you're this massive star and that you're beyond reproach. And you realize that you too have to have physical needs met and You just are able to humble yourself and see yourself as a human being amongst other human beings who are all in the same situation together. So instead of being this big boss figure coming in and ordering everyone around because you're absolutely right about everything, you become a little bit more generous with your thoughts in what other people communicate. You're able to pick your battles. So if someone says something about some ridiculous conspiracy theory and you're just not into those, then you can let that go by. Whereas if the card was the other way around, it would be, now listen here, I'm going to educate you and I'm going to tell you how ridiculous this is and why you're so... It can get really... You can really go after someone today if you're in this I am right mode. If you get along with other people and you realize that you know as much as, I don't know, the average person would know, or you probably know more than the average person would know, there's always going to be someone who is quicker, faster, better than you. So you know what you know. Enjoy the present moment. Look at what you've got in the here and now. Other people have their own lives. It's got nothing to do with you. You take care of yourself. You don't try and shine, or you're not even interested in what other people are thinking of you. You're just like, I'm getting on with my business quietly. Thank you very much. Leave me alone. And that kind of thinking means that the 10 swords are pulled out, the curtain goes up and the show goes on. So they get the corpse off the stage. That's really macabre. They get the corpse off the stage, pull the swords out, and another actor comes on and performs. So you're no longer at rock bottom. So ironically, if you don't try and impress people, if you don't try and entertain people, if you don't try and amuse people, or bully them, or beat them into submission so that they listen to your will and no others, and that they do as they're told, don't do any of that. The irony of today, first of all, you can see all the cards are upside down. So the day is completely topsy-turvy. It's a complete topsy-turvy energy. And the irony is that if you don't focus on other people and you just focus on yourself instead, the irony is that you get along much better with other people because you're not forcing your will on anyone. You're just going about your business. You may run into other people while you're doing that, and you may cross paths with people, but it's not an attack on you. It's nothing personal. It's nothing negative that's coming up. And then finally, we've got the Keeper of Crescents in reverse. So the emotional side of things today, you aren't 100% right. The Keeper of Crescents is upside down. He's looking at things from a totally different angle. But he's quite good because he's got these two watching us and the moon. So he is very aware and conscious. Use your consciousness. And the moon in astrology is very much what gives you a sense of ease and comfort. And a full moon like this is when the moon showers the seas with this wonderful energy. When it's a full moon, you can see this halo around it. That's when the moon lets go and gives all this energy to us here on planet Earth. So it's seen as something that's positive and nurturing and that you enjoy doing. And that's the best way to go about the day. It's not to make yourself this big, important somebody and play some sort of a role. If you can accept and be willing that you're just as good as everybody else in the world, everyone is special, you're special in your own way. Try and get that down, and you don't see yourself as the worst person in the world or as the best person in the world. Because if you think of yourself as the worst person in the world, that's just ego. That's like mental kind of just flogging yourself. There are people who are much worse than you, of course, So that kind of thinking is just an ego device to keep you completely stuck in life. So you become willing to understand that you're not always right. You listen to your feelings, you listen to that sense of comfort and what the moon is communicating to you, which is unity. We're all in this together. This meteor, this rock, came out of space and landed here on Earth, this one meteor. So we are all in this together. Listen to your feelings. If you're wrong, accept that you're wrong and apologize. That's the one thing I really, really appreciate about the 12 steps, that you have to keep taking a personal inventory, because I'm sure most of you guys are familiar with step 9, which is making amends to family and friends and things. And the alcoholic goes and talks to those people and tries to make amends for the things that they've done in the past. So to prevent that happening again and again, so that the person has to do step 9 all over again, no, instead we take a daily inventory and see if you have to apologize to anyone, and you make the apology. And that really helped me at work. When I was working in the schools, it was just really, really helpful to present yourself as someone who's willing to learn, who doesn't know everything, and who's not totally devastated by being picked up on an error. If you were this big shot today, and if you don't listen to this energy and you say you are the king of the world, other people aren't going to agree, and you're going to end up having problems with other people, in the sense there could be arguments, there could be split ups in terms of relationships. Business relationships and business deals could be cancelled and torn to pieces. The contract could be shredded. The show could close. It's really just the worst possible outcome when it comes to two people connecting, because they're just so far apart. And here, look at the swords kind of leaning away from that fiery sword. I don't want to be near you. I stab you in the back. So that's not the approach. I am number one, and you all have to listen to me. The approach is, just like all of you, I'm willing to learn. I feel good about what I'm doing. I'm using my intuition, and if something goes wrong, or if I make a mistake, I'm able to hold my hands up and say, do you know what? That's on me. That was my fault. I will take care of that, and other people will be appeased. So looking at it from the other side, if you're sitting in a house with 4 people and you've all been there together for all this time now, and one person decides that, they are now the boss and everyone has to follow their rules, the whole household would be in uproar. Because it's like, well, we live here too, You can't just stay in the bathroom for 3 hours when we only have the one. So it's about really seeing the impact that you have on other people, and also understanding it, because if someone was in the bathroom for 3 hours, you'd get annoyed too, wouldn't you? And you would go after that person. So it's really trying not to go after people today, the big shots who think they are the best. Try not to go after them, because someone's going to go after them today anyway. And instead, be humble, listen to your feelings, be part of the gang, think, learn, make decisions in connection with other people, get a different point of view, just to double check things, and you'll be sorted. It's just that one thing of, I am never wrong. That's the big catch today. That's the thing that could really disrupt your life. Number-wise, we've got 8 and 10, that's 18, and a cup card. Not a cup card, it is a cup card, but it's a crescent in this deck, and it's the King of Cups. So it's a court card. Court cards count as 1. So that's 19. 1 and 9 is 10. And again, 10 reduces to 1 in numerology. And 1 is the loneliest number. 1 is the star. The only thing that matters is me and my stardom. And that has to go, because if the only thing that matters is you and your amazing stardom, other people aren't going to appreciate that, because they're more interested in their own stardom than yours. So it's not the day to make your breakout debut wherever. It's not the greatest day to interview for jobs. I mean, it's a Saturday. Some things will be open and working. Yeah, I mean, things are going on. So it's not the best day to make big changes or to make big family decisions. It just isn't. I would wait for this day to pass by and to let your feelings guide you rather than your thoughts, and to just realize that you love these people, and is it really worth arguing for, or is it really worth creating so much negativity over something that really doesn't matter? Yeah, so it's going to be a challenging day. The only way I found to be free of the self is through meditation. So if you have a meditative practice in your life that allows you to get out of yourself, congrats to you. Use that today, because it'll give you the right perspective. I hope you have a lovely Saturday. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please go to the website gregoryscott.com. And the coupon code is Spring Special, 25% off all priority and emergency sessions while we have this situation going on, which is worrying a lot of people. If you like this video, then please hit the red subscribe button here on YouTube and share the video online if you really like it. And I'll speak to you tomorrow.